you know, girl, like Bronzemarley. Hello, you guys, and what is going on? It is me, no other than the Bronzemarley, and I'm the greatest addition of YouTube 2019, and here we are in 2023, and I've been the greatest addition and asset here on out. So when I join the compact, baby girl, I want you to be here. You want to be here. You high-key need to be here, love, just because we serve looks. We sometimes serve a little bit of tea, but overall, baby girl, we just be serving. So today's video is going to be very different, and I'm actually pretty excited for it because I've been wanting to do something like this for so long now. Firstly, excuse my voice, you guys. I'm currently recovering. But aside from that, you guys, I'm very excited for today's video because I've been wanting to do something like this for a long time. I started my blog page in regards to scenarios for people's stimulation a couple of months back, and I've really been enjoying being able to pick people's brains and see how people think. In regards to me providing my own scenarios that I make up, I also leave the door open for people to submit their own real life situations, things that they may need help with and assistance with, and just some advice or a different perspective rather to my email. I'm going to put it on the screen, but you can also find it in the description box down below if this is something that you're interested in, if you'd like to get some advice, if you'd like to be featured on my channel in regards to your advice. Everything is strictly anonymous, by the way, so don't fret. If it's too deep and too personal, which this one, after reading it, y'all, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to filter out some things because I'm no saint, but y'all, I'm kind of clean, so. But nonetheless, I'm very thankful to have received my first submission of the year. Without further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and get started with this. Okay, so I have it pulled up, you guys. I'm going to post a screenshot. Let me scoot over some. I'm going to post a screenshot on the screen so that you guys can follow along and read with me as I read aloud. This is from KB, anonymous letter. KB says, I'm dating a man who is 25. I'm 26. He is an incredible man and will make a great husband and a father. He takes care of me and makes me happy and listens and is absolutely incredible. But it's just one big problem. I am not attracted to him physically. He's on the heavy side and it bothers me how his pants sit on his body. Girl. And it also bothers me sex-wise that he has a very small penis and he has trouble getting it hard and he ejaculates within 2 minutes. This is something he's struggled with all his life. I can't be with someone who can't make me climax. And yes, we have talked about it and it hurts his feelings, but the only good thing he does is give me oral and that's it. I feel so bad about our sex life, but it sucks so bad. What do I do? I've tried everything. All right. So what I'm going to do is basically go line from line just to make sure I'm not missing anything in regards to providing KB with my personal advice and my personal opinion. So she's 25 and he is 26. I think that's very reasonable. He's an incredible man and will make a great husband and a father. I love that. Number one, I just think it's amazing that she's putting emphasis on the fact that he's actually a really great person and she could see him being, you know, this great man. However, the one issue that she's having is sex with him. So she says, he takes care of me and makes me happy and he listens and he's absolutely incredible. Girl, I already know what I'm gonna say, but let's keep going. One big problem, she's not attracted to him physically due to the fact that he's heavy set and the fact that he has a baby little thing. So I'm gonna pause right here and just, you know, analyze what we have so far. So me personally, I think that I am not a shallow person, and I'm not saying that KB is shallow whatsoever, but I'm someone who, if you make me feel great, if you can make me laugh, if you make me feel special, if I can truly see a future with you, I think that I allow myself to fit into the idea that this man is ultimately beautiful. Like, I don't need the world to think that my man is attractive. I don't need to be attracted to the most beautiful man on earth because I do know that whoever makes me feel special within it, girl, he's fine to me. Now, I do agree that you have to also be physically attracted to someone. So my question to you, KB, is this someone that you like, was he unattractive when he approached you and you just gave it a shot? Or how did that come about? Because, if we have to be real, 99.9% of the world isn't like me. 99.9% of the world is pretty shallow. So if you're not their type, if you're not attractive or anything like that, like, you won't get cross the threshold. Now, there are people on the low that do sleep with people sexually and they don't have to be attracted to them. I know a lot of people that do that. But anyway, but if this is someone that you're actually like seeing, because it sounds like you guys are actually dating. This sounds like this is your man. But girl, like, let me keep going. He's on the heavy side and it bothers me how his pants sit on his body. Number one, I think that's something that can actually be corrected. You knowing that that's something that you don't find attractive, and it's nothing wrong with that. Like, there are guys that I've dealt with that I know for a fact, like, physically they weren't 10s out of 10s. They probably were like 4 out of 10. They were no Quasimodos, but I think Quasimodo had a beautiful spirit, but that's neither here nor there. Number one, are you a stylish person? Because if you're a stylish person, it's nothing for you to help elevate his look, to teach him the ways to really like show him, okay, like, babe, I don't like this outfit. Let's put something else on, or, shop for him, like, get to know his style and so on and so forth. Granted, when you get older, things aren't going to sit on you the right way either, love. But, at this point in time, I understand, like, you want to make sure that you're both at your best, or I hope, because I'm that same person. I tell people all the time, if I'm going to present myself, I'm going to present myself, if not my best, as close to my best as possible. I feel you when you're like, it just doesn't sit right on his body. And I appreciate that you weren't downing him, you weren't talking about him or anything like that. I can actually commend that a lot. To me, it sounds like you're very concerned about how to go about basically making this work. And I think that this is something that you can definitely make work. And it also bothers me sex-wise because he has a small penis. Now, oh God. Okay, so if we're gonna get into that conversation, let's get into it. For me personally, I do believe that there is a such thing as husband-sized penis. And if you actually take out a measuring tape, I think that you will agree with me, or anybody who's watching this will agree with me, that this size is pretty sufficient for a husband or for basically any man. I mean, there are some people that like anacondas, and there are some people that don't really want to be bust open like a can of paint. I will put myself in that category. I don't want to be bust open like a can of paint. I want to... To me, I would consider husband size anywhere between 5 inches to about 8 inches maximum. 9 inches if, like, 9 inches, that's like it. 10 inches and beyond, it's just like, I have to really love you and like you as a person. Now, granted, I'm somebody that does not look for a man's penis size, but I will also contest to the idea and the fact that I do not prefer anyone that's less than like 5 inches because it doesn't stimulate me. Now, you say that he provides great oral sex. That's okay, but I also think that there's got to be a little bit more when it becomes intimate or on an intimate level that's going to satisfy and please you. You know what I think it is? It just clicked to me. I don't even think that it's because he's small. I think it's because he's heavy and it kind of sort of like, there's a lot going on down there. If he's up for it, like, why don't you guys just start working out? Have him shed a little bit of, weight, and I guarantee you that size is going to not necessarily increase, but you're going to see a little bit more of it. Not going to get too personal, but I'm sharing from personal experience. If that's not the case, if it's just like really, really small, because I've dealt with that as well. Oh God. But if it's really, really small, I think implementing some sort of toil, some sort of sexual object, intimate object while you guys are having sex, that's going to allow you to reach the climax that you'd like to achieve. When it comes to sex, let's be real. As adults, we evolve into the idea that sex is not one-sided. And I used to be the type of person that used to be very nonchalant about reaching my climax when it came to sex with my partners. I used to brush it off, even though I would want to have experienced that. It got to a point where, I told myself, like, I can't just not do this, like, because that's not sex. Like, it's not intimacy. It's not making love. Like, it's literally like somebody just having sex with you, somebody using you for their own personal pleasure. If he's ejaculating, if he's reaching his climax in you guys' sexual encounter, regardless of whether it's small or not, it's still pretty selfish of him that you aren't being pleased how you would like to be pleased. Because I'm pretty sure He's being very pleased, but it's still not okay. Just because he's not what you desire doesn't mean that it's not right. Definitely look into implementing some things into your encounters if you decide to stay in this, which I really do hope that you do, because, you know, based off of this, he doesn't seem like a bad person. He takes care of you. He listens to you. He's kind. You said he makes you happy, and also you see some sort of future with him. You think he's going to be a great husband and a great father someday. Like, I would love that. I would love for you to make that work. I would love for you to have your husband and to have your children and all of that. So I think that you shouldn't be so stuck on the fact that all you need is his penis. Like, no, there are other methods and other ways. Like, you know, if he's able to, and I'm going to say this lightly, but if he's able to at least get it in, I think you should make it work. Maybe take control sometime. Allow yourself to steer the boat. Allow yourself to steer the boat and receive your own pleasure, because if he's dominating you sex-wise, or he's being the dominant one, the person on top rather, then 9 times out of 10, he's pleasing himself and thinking that you're okay with it. But what you don't want to do ever is fake it. You've had the conversation with him, so you said. So I think he'll understand if you decide to take the initiative every now and then. Don't always take the initiative, because you do want to have that balance of still allowing him to be a man and bask in his manhood. I'm pretty sure that is something that he's insecure about, on top of maybe his size, which I doubt, because a lot of guys aren't insecure about their sizes. In regards to him being not as well endowed in that particular region, I think just taking it a little bit easy on him will allow him to feel a lot more secure and comfortable with you. So let's go ahead and wrap this on up with my final thoughts. Long story short, KB, I do think that this is something that you can work out, and I have no doubt in my mind that you can be happy with this man, especially if he's already making you happy. Sex is most certainly an important factor to a working relationship, especially if you guys plan to be married in the future. But I do think that this is definitely something that you can work out with him. Have a conversation about implementing toys into your encounters. Also take the initiative when you can. Don't be selfish with it. And in regards to the whole size thing in the pants, get in the gym with him, go walking with him, be active with him, encourage him. Don't brush it off. Don't think that, you know, he's going to be insecure about it, especially if you bring it to him in a way that's, number one, mature, but also out of place of love and respect, and being honorable about that. In regards to his pants not fitting right, girl, either buy him a belt, buy him some new clothes, be his stylist, like be his girl. Like, you know, that you're in a relationship, I'm assuming. If this is your relationship, if this is your man, it's time for you to take those duties to the next level, love, and not just chill back and just watch things happen, because you're going to build that resentment for him, and it's also going to allow him to pretty much be hurt in the process, but you're also going to be hurt if he's hurt as well. So think about what I said, read the comments below, read the comments on Instagram, and I hope that everything works out for the best for the both of you. All right, you guys, I thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you'd like some advice on anything that you're going through, don't hesitate reaching out to the email provided below, you guys. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to feature you on my channel and get this going. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys enjoyed me, don't neglect hitting that like button, as well as leave me a comment down below letting me know what you guys thought about this video, what you'd like to see in future videos, or if you just want to leave a comment down below saying, hey Bronze, what's going on, babe? I would greatly appreciate that. Don't forget to join this compact by hitting that subscribe button, as well as that bell button right beside it, so that you get notified every single time that I upload. You can keep up with me and all of my endeavors on all social media platforms at Bronzemarley, as well as being linked to my other social media accounts and platforms. I thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I love you guys so much, and I will definitely catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.